Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to attract more clients with honey jar. If you like what you see today, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can get updates on every time I post a video. So I start with saging my area every single time, and that is very important just to clean the objects and the space. I did these 3 particular honey jars and within 24 hours booked over $3,000 worth of clients. So as you can see, I'm just saging all of my space. If you need a detailed list of what you will need for these, then it is in the drop down. So I do like to put all 4 elements, earth, air, fire, and water, with my jar work. So here is the air with the incense. And then I do light a candle. You could use a white candle. I use a yellow one. This is for positive energy. For doing a money spell, you could use green. Would probably be the best option. And then I actually have a jar of moon water. This was charged in the full moon a couple months ago. So I just have that. And then there's earth, rock, crystals. I just have crystals all around. So you'll want some jars. I did 3 jars here. You're going to need some white candles to finish the spell. These are Scribes, and I have scribed down everything that I want to attract in my honey jar. I have honey. I have Echinacea herb to attract more money. Bay leaves is a good attractor of money here. And then rose petals. And then I also have a cinnamon and bay leaf blend. Cinnamon's a good money attractor. And here is some white sage. I have sprinkles for sweetness, and then I also have syrup. You can use cinnamon here. You can use any kind of syrup, sweetener, all sorts of different consistencies. Those were some prosperity spell mixes. And then as you can see, I have some essential oils. So I have orange essential oil and vetiver. You could also use orange peel. And then this is a spring sweet oil, and another orange scented, and then a lemon. So anything sweet to sweeten it. Here is a sage spray that I have. And then I also have some green glitter because I feel like that attracts abundance, and it's green. So you get started and you open the jars. I spray these out with a sage spray. You could also, if you don't have sage spray, you could just burn a little bit of sage, and that just kind of clears out the jars. And then it's really simple. You just add, this is a money incense stick too. So not only are you getting that air element, but it also has the money incense. And I do that just to cleanse out the space in the jars. You'll never open these jars again. So consider them lost jars. Just go ahead and pile anything that you have. You could use any types of herbs that draw money. Like I said, cinnamon sticks, basil leaves. I think I have some goldenrod. Actually, I think that was goldenrod. And just any of the prosperity herbs. Bay leaves is a big one. And I'm using smaller jars, so I kind of had to break everything up, but you could use larger jars. The only thing with a larger jar is that you will use more of your ingredients, and if you do spell work a lot like I do, then you're gonna want to use smaller jars. So here I'm putting the syrup in here, and then I do put honey. What you want to do is get different things of different consistencies and different different sweeteners, because what that's going to do is it's going to bring in more clients right away, but then slowly bring them in. So like the thicker consistency stuff will bring the clients in on a consistent, more long-term basis, whereas the syrup that is thin and it would be easy to move through quickly, it will come to you a lot sooner. And these are 2 different prosperity tea mixes that I picked up from a metaphysical shop in Salem. And I think this is a bath mix, but you can get all sorts of different prosperity. You get tea, bath mix. I just figured it would be a nice addition. Another really important thing with any type of spell work is you can definitely go ahead and do with what you have. I do go to the store a lot. I have pretty much everything I need for spells now, but you can make modifications in any way. There's no right or wrong way to do white magic. So here I'm putting all of the scribes in there, and that is my goals. So I put the amount of clients I want, my ideal clients. I have some people's names on there, and then this is honey. I'm pretty much almost out of honey there. So you'll want to do, if you have maybe 1 or 2 different businesses like I do a separate jar for each one. But if you're trying to attract customers, write down the details of what makes your ideal customer, and that's the kind of stuff that you'd want to put on those scribes. So you don't just you could put a certain amount of the customers that you want each week or each day, and just all those little details of what you really, really want. So then I put the rose petals on there. And again, I have the orange essential oil, but you could use orange peels. I did not want to run to the store and grab an orange and dry out orange peels for this. So orange is a really good money attractor. Orange peels are used in a lot of abundance spells. And then I just put the rest of the sweetening oil. I just kind of grabbed all of the sweet oil that I had. And then I did use vetiver as well because it's a thicker oil, and so that will bring clients to me long term. It's hard to get out of that jar. And then I have sprinkles. You could use sugar. You could put candy pieces in there. Anything. I don't typically eat sugar, so I only had some sprinkles from my son's birthday, but the sprinkles will be something good. And then you will just make it pretty. It looks really pretty. These are my favorite. And then you would add that. You add some cinnamon. Cinnamon is used in almost every abundance spell as well. It's a money drawing prosperity spice. And then I do have this basil or bay leaf and cinnamon stick mix, which is another prosperity spell usage. I just blend them up and put them in extra jars. So, and then I do have some white sage in here for cleansing, purifying, and then top it off with whatever you wanted. Some Then go ahead and put your lids on the jars. And then if you get a white pillar candle, you'll want to melt the bottom of the candle just so that it sticks to the jar, because they are a little bit taller. They will bend over, fall over. So it doesn't take much. Just light that, stick it to the top, and then light your candle. You're going to want to make sure that the candles burn all the way down and cover the lids of the jar. You could use a birthday candle because it's smaller and it'll burn quicker. These little pillar candles right here, you can get at any metaphysical shop. You can get them online. They're super cheap. Just use a white one with any jar spell. You could also get tea light candles, which is what I use for the next ones, and those ones burn really fast too. So what you'll want to do is just take it out of the metal container, which it's not in the camera now, but that's actually what I'm doing. And then go ahead and light that and burn those down, and all of them will basically, once it burns out itself, your jar is activated, and be ready for the business to be coming in. Like I said, I got a lot of business after doing